Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a little bit of a different video. I don't have any new art to show you, but I have a lot of old art to show you. I'm actually here with Jesse at the moment.
Hello.
Yeah, he's just like...
I just hang around. I'm just a nuisance. I'm just here all the time.
He's just here to cause confusion.
Yep.
We're hanging out and we're going to show you a bunch of my old art, and we're going to go through some of my artworks that I used to be proud of and artworks that I am no longer proud of. Some of these are pretty bad, but some are actually pretty cool. So hope you stay tuned and watch this chill kind of video. Anyways, most of these artworks, as you can see, are from 2007 to 2010. A lot of these artworks are like 10 years old, literally. So yeah, expect the style to be very different, as you can see from this one. Yes, it's a dragon. Yes, I was obsessed with dragons, and yes, I still am obsessed with dragons.
So many dragons.
I'm pretty sure I mentioned in a previous video that I used to draw a lot of dragons and only dragons, and a lot of these books here will prove that point.
Yeah. It was the how to draw a dragon tutorial. You said it in, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get started, alright? As you can see. Well, I'll just move these out of the way. Don't no spoilers. So yeah, as you can see, the first image here is of a dragon. And as you can tell, my signature has actually changed since then. I went through a few different stages because, you know, I was like, what?
Oh, what? Are you saying how old you were 10 years ago?
Yeah, like a 12-y or something?
Yeah, 13.
12 or 13,
yeah.
So I hadn't obviously made my official signature. Because what 12-year-old knows their signature, and if you're a 12-year-old and you know that your signature, that's good.
I gotta say though, that signature from when you were 12 is better than my signature from like 2 years ago.
Yeah. There is a stain on this artwork and a few others, and that's considerable since it's like 10 years old. And I'm so glad that I kept these artworks from 10 years ago. If you have artworks and you're not proud of them, please keep them, because they're really good to look back on.
Oh yeah, you can definitely see how far you've come.
This lovely little artwork I was very proud of when I finished it. I actually drew it with Derwent pencils, and they were the first ever artist's quality like pencils that I got in my whole life. They were given to me by one of my friends, AJ, from school, and I was just blown away with like the colors, and I was super duper proud of this artwork. And you can still see that some of the little things that I do still carry on today, like the little scales. And when I look at this artwork now, I'm actually pretty proud. Like yeah, it's not the same, it's not like as good as now, but you can see I was shading with different colors and adding highlights with different colors, and that is still something I do today as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. 10 years ago, you gotta think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I still do the little veins in the wings, and yeah, there are some definite flaws. Like, look at these nails. This dragon needs to have his nails clipped really bad.
Yeah, get a mani-pedi stat.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it's got like a bald head. There's obviously not a lot of detail there. He's a bit of a baldy, but it's a little bit cute, with a little tongue poking out cheekily. Actually, yeah, this is very interesting, and you know, not bad for a 12-year-old. 12 or 13, I don't know.
Yeah, around 12 or 13.
I can't remember how old I am. Not really, I'm just kidding. But anyways.
So old, she's so old.
No, I'm not that old. Anyways, I don't want to spoil it, so I'm just going to move this down. And here is another drawing with the Derwent pencils that I had. And it's a very cute, you could probably guess what it is. It's Naruto as like a little fox. And I used to love, I still do, but not as much like now, but back then I used to be a little bit obsessed with Naruto. I just found the character so fun and cheeky, and I had to draw him as a fox. So that's my little interpretation. Like you can see he has blue bottoms of his feet because they used to wear those blue sandals, and he's got his little details, and I really like how I did the little plate on there. It actually looks like I tried really hard to do like a little metallic. It's hard to see if you, I might move it a bit closer, yeah. The eyes could do a bit of work. They're not exactly symmetrical, but I really like how I did the lines on his cheeks, like how he has it, and yeah, little stripes because his jacket. I think it's cute. Anyways, see my signature. That's my signature from back then, and there's that stain as well. Yeah. So, what do you think about this little artwork, Jesse? What's your opinion?
My opinion.
Yeah.
That's 99% chance being tea.
Oh yeah,
that's my opinion.
That's a tea stain. But what about the artwork? What do you think?
It's cute.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll go to the next one. Now, this is a little character which I drew. I drew back then, and then later, a few years later, I drew him again, and this was the first like kind of edition of him. He's a little fox, and he's got a little emo fringe, and he's got 3 tails and wings. And yeah, I really like to draw foxes because like my friend loved to draw foxes, and I was like, oh, I want to draw foxes too. I want to draw all these animals. And I obviously wasn't as good as my friend. She was amazing, and yeah, these wings, like, they're not perfect. Like, the anatomy's fairly off, and but
this turning into critiquing your old drawings rather
yeah,
than showing
yeah,
your old drawings.
Yeah, it's a tour. I have to talk about it.
Roasting my past self with scribble fix.
Anyways, I really like how I did like the darker outlines of with the pencils, and then I kind of shaded it lighter on the inside. It's pretty cute, and like a little touch of color. I probably could have colored the body a little bit better. Like you can see it's kind of streaky, but like overall, for a young artist who's like nowhere near experienced as I am now, not that I'm saying I'm all experienced or anything, but like it's fairly good. It's cute, and I will eventually show you the one where I redrew him, but I'll leave that for later. Anyways, what do you think? Do you want to add anything to say, Jesse?
No.
No? Okay. Next one, I'm just going to move this down because I don't want to spoil the artwork before that. Here is another little dragon, and as I remember, I drew him as an ice dragon because, like, you see the little snowflakes, and I actually really like this. I think it's cute. Back then, I was so proud of it, especially because I tried to do a little transparent wings, and you can actually see that, like, I really actually did that. And yeah, I love how I did the different blues for the outline and for his color, and it's very interesting because I did a little background as well, and of course it's all stained, and this artwork is very old. Yeah. But yeah, it's obviously a little bit of a proof that I was obsessed with dragons back then. Dragons were like the first thing I ever learned to draw, so I always drew them. So yeah, I'll just move on to the next artwork, and here it is. Da-da-da!
Hell yeah.
Along with dragons, I was obsessed with Pokemon as well, and I did draw them a fair bit, but I actually did like a little redraw of this with watercolor paints recently. I actually did a little video with that, and yeah, it's really fun to look back on my old artworks because like it shows how much I've improved. Like back then I drew this and I was like, wow, this is perfect. This is the best artwork that I've ever done. And now that I look back, I'm like, oh yeah, I've learned to see my artworks better, and I can tell like little mistakes like with the eyes and stuff, and that's not a bad thing because it doesn't mean I'm bad at art. It just means that I've learned to critique my own art better, and like I'm able to improve.
Yeah, no one's perfect. You're always learning new things. Everybody always is learning new things.
And as you can see, my signature has changed again. Instead of the S. Briggs, it's a little messy Sarah Briggs. And I decided to actually title this one Entei. So yeah. Now, next one. Another dragon. Surprise, surprise.
Another one.
Another one. Now, this one's really cool, and I don't know why, but I didn't really end up coloring it. I guess I thought that it didn't need it. And I remember my sister telling me that it reminded her of Charizard, and for some reason that was surprising to me because I didn't exactly think of Charizard myself. And she says because of the little horns on his head. So I was like, okay. And like now, later when I look at it, I can tell there's this knee is sideways, but other than that, it's fairly cute, and I really like it. I like the pose. Is an interesting pose, and yeah. Now, as you can already see, another one.
Another one.
This dragon is really cool. I started to experiment more with patterns, and I especially liked doing stripes over the eyes and little veins in the wings and little stripes here and there. I was trying to get more details in, more kind of like style to like. See, I did little spikes on his head that like it's not kind of bald as it was, but I really like this artwork. And of course, back then I didn't have a lot of art supplies, so I used my lead pencil and I just kind of smudged it with my finger, and it is pretty cute, and it shows that you don't need fancy pants supplies to do a little artwork. I do notice now that he has 3 legs. I kind of forgot to draw the 4th leg, and that's okay because, you know,
Oops.
You learn. And another one. Of course. Of course. This one's like a kind of mix between black and white and a little bit of splash of colour, and it's fairly cool. I guess I kept to the adding more and more kind of patterns to him. He's got little patterns along his tail and little stripes here and there. And I actually really like the little bandana that I gave him. He's got a little heart on there too, which is fairly cute. Of course, I did little stripe on the eye and little dots underneath, and I thought that was interesting. And his claws are a lot shorter than the first dragon, so that's a bit of an improvement there. Alright, well, next artwork is something a little bit different. It is, ta-da, Zach Fair. He is from, this is a bit of fan art. He's from Final Fantasy, and I was a little bit obsessed with him because I was kind of like a little schoolgirl. I had a little schoolgirl crush on Zach Fair from Final Fantasy. How can you not? He is beautiful, and he's got fancy hair and a little anime giant sword. How could you not love him? As you can see, I signatured it in 09, and a little heart next to his name. I was so proud of this artwork because I was like, oh, it looks perfect, you know. But like, as you can see, there are little flaws, but like that's kind of like how it makes the artwork kind of unique. And of course, a little bit of anime. Who doesn't love anime? The anatomy is not correct, but it's very cute. And as you can see, more Pokemon. That's Mew and Mewtwo. And I think this was like from the movie, obviously. I find it really cute how I tried to do like a little bubble around them, like, you know, when they're doing their powers type thing. And yeah, it's a cute little drawing. What do you think, Jesse?
You gotta love a Pokemon drawing.
Oh yeah, this is typical Scribblefix here,
yeah,
but
you can't go wrong, mate.
But this is like little baby Scribblefix, you know, still trying to get used to drawing the backgrounds and stuff, and I think that's really cute because like started from the bottom, now
we're here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really cool to look back and see how much like stuff's changed.
Yeah. Now this is a little sketch I did of Ponyta and Rapidash.
This is one of my favorites. When we first, we kind of first got together, and like you showed me all your drawings and stuff. I really like this one.
Yeah.
I was like really surprised, like you look at all your other stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, you can draw. And I was looking at this, and I was like, holy shit, like damn girl, you can draw. Like it was really cool. I love the the pencil style with the like cross hatching and the shading and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love when you do that. It looks really cool.
I really tried to like kind of get lots of contrast in there. And now we have Lugia. And of course I went back to the Derwent pencils with this. And he's cute, he's swimming under the water and there's bubbles around. Of course, typical me drawing bubbles in my artwork. I love that kind of stuff. Alright. And now we have try to not to spoil the artwork. We have Suicune, another Pokemon which I love to draw, and I was so proud of this artwork as well. And I really like the colours that I put in, and it's obviously not perfect, but it is what it is. And more Naruto. Wow, this is really cute. It's like Naruto and the little fox demon. He's so cute. Little chibi. And more dragons! Yay! I really like how I was doing little ribbons or bandages around his neck, and then it goes around his wings. I think that looks pretty interesting, and I'm not sure what's going on with his feet, but I really like the diamonds that I added. They're really interesting as well. So yeah, not a bad little artwork. Now I'm not sure what was happening here. He's a little bit of a funky looking dragon, but I really like the scratch on his face. Of course I'm doing more stripes over the eyes, as I always do. And you can see that there's the little bandages carrying on as well. I guess I like to draw little bandages on the dragons. I don't know why. I just thought it was like an interesting thing, because I was trying to get more detail, and yeah. His claws are kind of cool, and I guess I tried to do like foreshortening here, and yeah, it's not perfect, but we're all learning, and I was learning a lot at this stage. And another one. This was a pretty cool like close-up kind of style of a dragon, and it's just a sketch, but I think it's fairly cute. And yeah, I like the kind of square style of the scales here along here, and then they kind of like turn to round ones here, and I kind of like the simplicity of it. What do you think, Jesse?
I like how the tail comes in. It's kind of like extra. Like this would have been cool, but like it's like an extra sort of cool thing in like a portrait, I guess you would say.
Yeah. And another dragon. As you can see, I was still fairly obsessed with drawing the bandages on them, and I kind of went a lot with the bandages here. This is a fairly dark drawing. I guess I used a really soft lead for this one, but it's kind of interesting because I added like, I don't know if you can see it, but like a chain. I'm not exactly sure what was going on here, and it's not like he's chained or anything. Like I guess it's just like a visual element that I gave him, and there's a lot of shading and cross hatching going on, but I think it's pretty cute. What do you think, Jesse?
I don't think it's cute. I think it's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Try and like angle it so you can see it better. Yeah.
I love how it's like just like pure like grey tones and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a very dark coloured
I like it.
drawing.
It
Yeah.
works.
Okay, next one. And another one.
God.
Jesus.
You're gonna be sick of dragons by the end of this video, people.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yep. I guess I really love to draw bandaged up dragons. He got little bandages on his face and it goes to his neck. And then there's some on his hand here. And then like along his tail and also on his back wing. And I'm actually still pretty happy with this dragon. Like, I think he looks fairly cute and like if I drew this today, I would be fairly happy with it as well, which is surprising because it's fairly old. There is little things that I could fix here and there, but overall, it's fairly cute and nice. One thing I would have noticed today is that this part of the neck here is thinner than this part, which doesn't usually happen. Usually it gets thicker towards the body, but other than that, it's fairly nice, and I kind of enjoy it now. What do you think, Jesse? What stands out to you the most in this artwork?
I don't know. It's just a dragon, man.
It's a fairly cute dragon, though.
No, yeah, it's a really cool drawing, yeah.
I think this is the end of this book.
Ooh.
And yeah. Shall we do another book, Jesse?
Another one.
Another one.
Oh, and look, another dragon.
Another dragon. Yep, another dragon. Let's have a look at this. This one's another one of those pencil drawings. Because back then I didn't have a whole lot of fancy Copic markers. I had the Derwent pencils, but like I was a little bit scared of using them too much because like they were a gift from my friend and I didn't want to waste them. And sometimes I didn't have them with me because like a lot of the time I would draw at school, and sometimes, you know, I didn't like to take my pencils with me because I didn't want them to get lost because like I wouldn't have been able to buy new ones. It's a pretty interesting dragon, as you can see. It's very sketchy, and I think his feet are pretty cool. I really like how I did all the spikes along his wings. I don't know how useful that would have been with flying, and he's got very long ears as it sees, but like it's pretty cute. And this is another one. I'm pretty sure I actually seen this kind of illustration in a how to draw book, I'm pretty sure, and I like kind of like tried to draw it as well. But yeah, it's pretty cute how I tried to like do the pencil sketch but add a little bit of colour. And here you can see more Pokemon. This drawing, I'm pretty sure I've seen this, like I kind of like tried to draw an image that I've seen online, but it's really cute. It's Ash and Misty. Look how cute they are. Yeah. Of course I was definitely into the fan art back then. Now this is an interesting drawing. This is a drawing that my friend Matt, Jesse's brother, told me to draw. He really wanted the word Mattis because that was his nickname back then, in like fancy kind of writing. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll try that. And I looked up a few different fonts and I like tried to do the little lettering, and yeah, it's not perfect. I'm no calligrapher, but it's interesting to see that the pen that I use has actually turned a little bit green over time. I don't know if you can see that, but it does have a bit of a green, like it faded. And that's really interesting because I can't remember what pen I used. What do you think, Jesse? But even in the signature, you can see a bit of green.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Anyways, we have another pencil drawing. It's Vulpix. This one's really cute, and of course I was all into drawing the cute Pokemon back then, just as I am today. Yeah. Old habits die hard. Vulpix is so cute though. And more anime, not sure why, just did. And this drawing here is a cute little chibi, like, kind of drawing. His little looks like a fox or a cat or something, and she's a little butterfly girl. And this is a cute little sketch that I did. I'm not exactly sure why, but you know, cute things are cute. That's basically it. More anime. Yep, I'm pretty sure I heavily referenced this online, but it's fairly cute. It's a little schoolgirl. Everyone goes through their anime phase, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another one. Those hands are fairly interesting, but other than that, it's typical anime kind of artwork. I was all into the anime back then. And yep, more anime. So there's a little cute little child, and this is actually some fan art of Chi from Chobits, which is a very old anime. It was actually the first, like, other than Pokemon, it was like the first like anime that I kind of got into. It was a really interesting kind of anime, actually. I recommend you checking it out. It is fairly old though, so it's not crazy. Like, it's not like, I don't know, what's the new animes that people watch today?
I don't know, man. I'm still watching Dragon Ball Z. I don't care about anything else.
Okay, well, yeah. And that's another little drawing of Chi from Chobits as well. You can see I used my little Derwent pencils and my little lead pencils, and it's fairly cute. This is an artwork that I drew for my friend Christy. Now, she wanted a tattoo designed at the time, so she's like, you know, draw a cupcake with a cherry on top and stars around it, and I did that. And I drew it for her, and then she didn't end up getting it tattooed. Now, I don't blame her, but at the time I was like, why don't you use my art? But, you know, as it is, it's her decision, and I ended up still being happy with this artwork at the end. And here is a pirate ship. Now, I'm pretty sure I was like, I don't know what to draw. And my friend Matthew said, draw a pirate ship. So we did. And that's the whole...
That's pretty much it, yeah.
That's pretty much it. And this is an interesting little dragon artwork. It is a completely drawn with pen artwork. And it's very... I like how it's very, like, kind of scribbly around here. It's really interesting. He's got lots and lots of spikes all along his tail, which is fairly cool. And of course, I'm all into doing the stripes. You can see a little bit of bandages as well. I was still into the bandages. I've got no idea why. I guess I thought it looked pretty cool to myself. Anyways, you can see a little bit of barbed wire here. And there's a bit of chain as well. I guess that carried over, and there's like a little lock, even though it's not on the chain, it's just like through it. I'll show you there, sorry. Yeah, a little chain, and yeah, it's fairly interesting. I guess we can say that's the ballpoint challenge, the ballpoint pen challenge, before I knew it was a thing. A lot of the time I would draw with pen because I drew all in my school books, and all I had with me was a pen because I was in class, and most of the time I was dozing off and not paying attention, and yeah. So that's the end of this book, and today we have one more book. Now, I'm pretty sure this might be a drawing of
Sir Jack Sparrow's hand tattoo.
Yes, yeah, it is.
From the Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Yeah, my friend Matt asked me if I could draw it, and then I did to prove him that I could. Yeah, but that's fairly cute, and I tried my best using the references and trying to copy. Now, these, I'm not one for drawing skulls, but my friends were like, you should draw some skulls. Skulls are cool.
Yeah, draw some badass stuff.
Yeah. So I was like, I want my friends to think I'm cool. I'm gonna draw them skulls.
Peer pressure.
and then I drew them skulls, and they were like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, yeah, but I want to draw cute things. I want to draw dragons.
I want to draw dragons and Pokemon, damn it.
Yeah. So I didn't draw any skulls again after that. That's the last time I ever drew skulls, because I wasn't into it. My friends wanted me to draw it, but it's not what I love to draw. So draw what you love to draw. And there's a little illustration. I'm pretty sure I copied that off an image on the internet. Yep, it happens. But as a child, you know, you're trying to practice. I guess I'm not taking credit for it or anything. So
Yeah, it's the best way to learn.
yeah, it's a good way to learn, to get used to drawing. You know, draw things. Just don't say, oh, I made this up.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Hey, look at this awesome thing I did all by myself.
Yeah.
No. Like.
And here is a drawing of Reshiram.
So cool.
I believe this was when Black and White were... Is it Black and White? Yeah.
Yeah, black and white.
Were first announced, or closely after that. And I was like, oh yeah, I want to draw them. So I did. And I believe it's not actually finished. As you can see, there's no inking here or here. But other than that, I think it's fairly cute. Of course, I would change things today, like the back here should be a bit more further back, and yeah, I think it's pretty cute for back then when I wasn't as, you know, experienced.
Yeah.
Now this is a car, and
Here we go. This is more peer pressure.
I don't draw cars, and Jesse, I believe he's like, draw this car. I want this car, and I was like, okay. And he was like, you should draw cars. And I was like, okay. And then I drew a car, and then I never drew a car again.
No, never again.
Yep.
But that's a pretty badass Dodge Viper, man. Like, you did a really good job.
Yeah, it's like it's a car that goes broom broom, and it goes from this place to this place, and that's about it. I don't know things.
She knows nothing about cars.
It's a broom broom.
Yeah.
I really like how I did different tones though. It looks fairly cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And now this is a drawing of Jesse, believe it or not.
Hey, this is me in my anime phase.
Yeah, he had a little anime hair phase back then. I don't know if there's any images from that, but like...
God, I hope not. I burned them all.
I will try... Okay, I will try to find an image of him with like that funky hair, and I'm gonna show you guys to embarrass him.
I don't get embarrassed.
I hope I could, because I don't know, but...
I rocked that hair, damn it.
Yeah, and that was a drawing of him, and it actually does look a little bit like...
Yeah, it actually does look a lot like me.
Not you now, but him back when he was young. I mean, we've been together since we were like very young, so... Yeah,
I was probably like 14 or 15 here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no beard, like Jesse's bearded now, and he's got shorter hair.
I couldn't grow a beard. Nothing came out of my face then. Damn.
Maybe that's why he looks so grumpy in this picture. He's like, I want a beard.
I'm pretty sure I was waiting.
I want a beard, goddammit. I'm gonna sit here and wait till I get a beard. No, I was really proud of this drawing, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and here's more Pokemon! Yay!
Woo-woo.
This is actually from a screenshot of the Pokemon movie. And this is where Mewtwo's in that little... When he was a baby and he was in that little tube and they were like cloning him to... Like cloning Mew to make him, and he was like, ooh, who am I? What am I? And this is him as well, little baby Mewtwo, and I think this is really cute.
Looks like he's pondering life.
He's like, what is this? This is a hand. I can't, yeah, I think it's really cute. That's pretty much why
it's every Pokemon ever, that's why you draw every Pokemon.
Yep. Now, this is a little sketch that I did.
I love this.
I actually copied this sketch from a character in the anime who did a sketch of Pikachu and Celebi in the Celebi movie. And he was drawing him, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. And I was like, I like paused it, on that part of the DVD, and then I sketched it myself, and I was like, oh, look what I drew. But obviously, you know, it was like a little bit of a copy. And here's another little dragon that I did, and yeah, that's about it. That's all we really need to know. Like, how many dragons do I need to explain in this video?
Yeah, it's just a dragon. Move on.
If I explained every single dragon, we'd be sitting here for like 10 hours or something.
Yeah.
And Pikachu. Pikachu!
Love that shit, mate.
Yeah. And here's me. I don't know. I guess I was a bit of an angsty teen at the time.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was like, you know how angsty teens can be.
Yeah, this is you matching me in the earlier picture.
Yeah. And this needs explaining. Okay, so I was like, I don't know what to draw, and then Jessie said, draw SpongeBob, and then write Jeffy under it.
Yep.
So I did.
Yep.
And I'm actually fairly happy with this SpongeBob. I don't think I can figure anything out that's like full on bad about it. Maybe move his eyes over a little bit, because like look at that gap and then look at that gap. But other than the colouring, obviously, I'm all for the markers today, not the pencils. But yeah, it's fairly cute. It does look like SpongeBob, I think. This is just some random little tattoo design that I drew. I can't remember why, I just did. And this is an image that I drew, copied off from the internet. I was like, I want to draw a Charmeleon tattoo. And then, like, I was just, like, practicing the tattoo style. So I thought, I'll draw a little Pokemon and, like, I'll reference it from the internet. And eventually I'll get better enough to draw my own stuff. And that's fairly... It's alright. And look, my signature's starting to evolve into the one it is today.
Minus the scribble fix, of course, because that didn't exist.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Now, this was a drawing. Obviously, I was like, I don't know what to draw, because every artist has those times when you don't know what to draw. A friend, Daniel, I believe, he said, draw a Tentacruel fighting with an Arcanine, a Gyarados, a Ninetales, an Eevee, a Cubone, a Pikachu, and a Ghastly. And I was like, whoa, that's a bit ambitious. But I did it anyways, and it's fairly cute. As you can see, some of these lines are starting to go green as well. I think I may have used that same pen. I think it's fairly cute. Obviously, it's not perfect. None of these artworks are very old, so yeah. This is a little sketch I did for my friend Alicia. And another dragon. That's fairly interesting. And the last one, another dragon. It's I'm pretty sure I drew this one and this one fairly close to each other because they have a very similar style. I was doing the little stripes on the wings again, and I love to use that pencil and I love to smudge it, didn't I?
Yeah.
But anyways, that was this book, and this book. Now, we did 3 of these books, and I do have more of them. Sorry for the coughing, sorry. Anyways, I do have more of them, and if you're interested in another one of these little sketchbook tours, please comment below and let me know if you want to see more of my old art. I have a lot more Pokemon and other kind of stuff to show you. But anyways, make sure you hit like and subscribe if you like this video. And remember, check out my last video because I'm doing a giveaway, and a lot of you probably are already entered, but just in case you haven't, please check that out. I'm giving away some awesome Copic markers and some awesome paper, and I really want everyone to know about it.
Yeah, we want to give as many people the chance to win as possible because Sarah's using her own money for this, so we can't do it too often. It's not sponsored or anything, obviously. It's just money straight out of our pockets. So we won't be able to do it too often. She really wants to give back to her subscribers, or you awesome guys, for, you know, just being awesome and hanging around watching the videos.
Yeah, so I spent my own money on that, so please go and check it out because I would love that. Anyways, this video is probably long, so I'm gonna end it here and say thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Hit like and subscribe. Check out my Instagram, Twitter. I have a Redbubble shop, and plugging all the things today. So anyways, have a good one, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.